What's up, everyone? It's Willette with Urbex and Coasters, and today I am at Heide Park in Germany, and I just rode Desert Race. So I've heard that this ride gets mixed reviews from enthusiasts online, and I will say I think it would get better reviews from enthusiasts if it had the LSMs. Ironically, even though the hydraulic launch I feel like makes it undeniably a better ride. That said, I will say the first two hills don't do much. The third airtime hill, you got a little bit of airtime on. The fourth hill has a trim on it, so it's basically that launch and the third airtime hill really do something. So I can, and the turns are pretty good. It's good forceful positives on the turns, but I would say like for the big standout elements, you've really got two or three, and that fourth airtime hill having the trims on it, that does act as a buzzkill on that element, but it's nice to get in another hydraulic launch. Knowing what's happening to those rides, it's good to ride another one, I'll say that. Colossus Kampf der Giganten, or Colossus Battle of the Giants. Great ride. However, I will say it is all floater. There isn't any strong ejector like El Toro, but I will say, had you asked me after I went to Great Adventure in 2014, what do you think you're gonna get next? Ride that or a re-ride on El Toro? And I would have guessed a re-ride on El Toro. I would not have guessed I'd be riding Colossus before I ride El Toro again. But anyway, good ride. They were allowing me to re-ride. I re-rode in an empty seat, got second to back and very back, and it's definitely solid floater, I would say, but it's not strong ejector like El Toro. But I've already matched my ride total on El Toro, so that's cool, I guess. Big loop. Don't know what they did to it, but I was graying out on those. I was beginning to gray out on those two loops, so you know, that was pretty good. I am gonna say the rest of the ride definitely not as intense. The airtime hump that exists on Canyon Blaster does nothing on Big Loop. Here you can see it stationed back there. Does nothing on Big Loop, but you know, it is a good Vekoma looper, and definitely gives some redemption for getting shoved into the middle on Eftelings. Krake, I think enthusiasts underrate this ride a little bit. Now, is it one of the better dives? Absolutely not. It's super short and doesn't do much of anything, but it does have the older strengths, so you get some good airtime over that drop. There's some, on the dive loop, it does have some good forces to it and the whip out of it. And then that little bunny hill, that hit for me in the back row. So I will say, even though this layout is short, it doesn't do a lot. It certainly, I would not call this one a one-trick pony. I would say it has three elements, and that's more than you can say about some dive coasters in the Merlin chain. So this mini monorail provides some good footage of Krake, including, you can see the guys working on one of the train refurbs. Take a look at that. You can see all the parts down there. Isn't that cool? And here's a look at the final brake run. Fleur de Demonen, or Flight of the Demon here. Decent wing coaster. I would definitely say that I preferred Phoenix at Toverland, but still a decent wing coaster. My technique of using the vests instead of the grab bars, I'd say that works on this yet again. That bunny hill behind me, you do get some decent floater on that. You get some good, I was able to experience some laterals and a couple seconds of hang time on some of those inversions. Not a bad wing coaster at all. So I just rode the ride that was formerly known as Limit, now renamed Toxic Garden. You can see it behind me. I'm just gonna say that ride is toxic to the point of going beyond my limits. worst SLC I've done. Like, I mean, on this trip, you've got the second best SLC I've done with Mayan, and then you've got the two worst SLCs I've done with that and Vampire at Wallaby, Belgium. So, yeah, like, I mean, these European SLCs, it seems you'll either get a really good one or you'll get a real stinker. Baban is no contest the best mock bobsled that I've done. Not a lot of contest for that. I would not say it beats alpine bobsleds or flying turns, rides like that have more good moments to them, but I get that the mock ones are easier to maintain. So of the mock ones, Baban right here is no contest the best of them. So I just got another 5 laps on Colossus. They do allow re-riding in empty seats. Something that all enthusiasts love to hear. That last train I would have re-ridden again, but there was 2 in every seat, so, you know, I didn't. But, you know, I think that with them having the single rider line closed, I've actually probably had a better experience because I've already gotten 7 laps in today on this, plus gotten everything else. And there are school groups here, so take notes, enthusiasts. Filling empty seats when there are not single rider lines, that can be good. And take note, parks enthusiasts very much appreciate something like that being allowed. Hashtag not a coaster, but I do like the rock work and it has a cool thematic scene in there, so I would say don't skip it. But seriously, look at this rock work. Look at that, that's beautiful.